Hello, frequency family. Thank you for choosing you in this here now moment, at least if this video feels resonant for you. So before we continue, will you take a deep breath in and just ask yourself this question: is this transmission for me? See how you feel and go from there. If it feels like it's for you, then choose to commit to it until you feel called to stop. And if it doesn't call to you, well then, if you're not already gone, go and place your attention, your frequency, your awareness, your everything somewhere resonant. Because that is where your magic is, that is where your power is, that is where you bring in that which is for you at 4-4. Okay, friends, I'm being told to take the cards out. And I'm hearing right off the bat in my mind, and I'm seeing a field. So I feel like whomever you are, whomever this collective is, whomever is a frequency match for this message, you've stepped up to the playing field. And like the podium, is it the podium? Like the podium already kind of has your name on, it's everything is set, the stage is set, the crowd is singing your name type thing. In this crowd, this is like a galactic crowd. This is not, I mean, there are beings, right, because you have a specific purpose to assist beings, specific beings in this earthly realm. You are here to assist them in the earthly realm to the realm of heaven, right? You have a purpose here, and it is not through your words. It is. It is in many ways, but it is through what you choose to embody in each and every now moment, how you choose to move through the illusion that you created for yourself so that you could experience all. I'm getting huge ringing in my left ear. I feel like for many of you, you've been experiencing a lot of downloads, a lot of alchemy. It's like you've been anchoring the light in so many ways. So many shadows have been transformed. For me, oh yay, I remember. So my birthday is in a little while. It's gonna be. I'm a Scorpio, and it is Scorpio season, right? This is very much like Scorpio is an interesting season. It always has been. It always will be. I think, like every season. And but it is the time of what's coming through, not struggle, but it's like you could choose to experience struggle, or you can choose to let go. It's very much like the Chinese finger puzzle, or this Harry Potter references come through before, but it's from that movie. But because with quicksand, right? It's just you don't move, but you still go down. So yeah, it's like quicksand. It's like this trusting moment, this surrendering moment, this okay, and then the finger puzzle releases. So my little one was scratching around the house, and we found this seashell which says Scorpio on it, right? I feel like this is, and I felt very, very cool to share it with this collective, because I know that there will definitely be some Scorpios in this collective. I already know of one. So the season, it really is like this arena, right? Like you are now ready to dance with the sword. Take it how it resonates, friends. Okay, I'm being called to take the cards out now. My name is Angela. I'm a channel of Four Source Consciousness, as are you, 444. And I do know, because I can feel the resonance here, that this stepping up to the field is very much you giving yourself permission to be the sacred mirror that you came here to be. Because you don't change the world through your words. You change it through your being and what you choose to embody. And it is you in your light that others bear witness to, that triggers them, that either calls them to you, that's all you have to do. That's how you are the beautiful magnet that you are, simply by giving yourself permission to embody all that you are. That's where you're magnetic. It's like you are magnetic at this time, but friends, you're not fully magnetized yet. And I'm feeling called to, I'm going to share a link in the description box. If you're still here, I feel that it will be of assistance to you. It's an activation that I discovered on YouTube. It's beautiful. It's a channel, I think it's about 9 minutes, if it calls to you. Okay. But now I'm being called to ask you to ground yourself in this beautiful, magical now with your breath, breathing into your heart space, into your light, into the truth of you with every inhale, and then with each exhale surrendering to you and your now exactly as it is, knowing that it is beautiful and perfect. Okay. One more. Card falling to the floor. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, friends. The 5 of emotions, the 5 of cups. Something really, really being called to release, for release. This like fell on the floor. It's like there is an anchor, that there's something that you are still very attached to. I'm hearing it's like a way of being. It's a way of presenting yourself to the world, perhaps. But it is I'm hearing deep-rooted, like, defense mechanism. Okay, so, I mean, whomever this collective is, and if you resonate, like if you're not new to my channel, then I know that you are a being that has experienced pain and trauma and difficulty. You wouldn't be one of the chosen ones, one of the first waves of new humans if you had not. The stories will be different, but the who will be the same in its own beautiful way. Yet so unique to you, of course. Okay, the 2 knights. I feel like I'm playing poker. But this is actually, thank you, Source. It's like you're at a poker game, except you now know that you can create the cards. Like it's like you know what's gonna come. It's kind of like with blackjack, people can cheat, they can count cards. With this poker thing, it's like you are creating, like you just follow resonance and feeling. And I'm having a little giggle because in my youth, but even before I knew what spirituality was, like I just always followed my feeling, and I loved playing blackjack. I never had a problem. It was just something I did once in a while. And my friends would get really annoyed with me because I would always walk away with a significant amount more money, and they would also watch me play, and they'd be like, how do you play like that? And yeah, this is coming through because, okay, my youth, in those moments I was slightly inebriated at those times, which is kind of where you're no longer holding on to the limitations, the beliefs. So it's almost like, well, then, right, the now human me, if I were to drink alcohol, would be so low vibe frequency, it would not make me feel very good at all. But that now past me, that like inebriation, or that like resist, like that buffer, allowed me to fully like just play, right, and to trust. And this is really what it is to make light of everything, right, to just play. And when you're here, like you're kind of drunk on life, right? It is all play. And this is kind of what I feel like is happening here with the Knight of Materials, and the Knight of Materials being the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Inspiration being the Knight of Wands. You standing in your light, like sparks, triple one, sparks magic for everyone, right? You stand, so if I've dropped my voice a little bit, it's because I heard my little one mumbling. I don't know how sound travels in this new house. I'm recording slightly closer to her bedroom than I usually do, but it's where I felt called to record. Okay, the one card that was hiding upside down is the Eight of Voices. We also have the Queen of Voices and the Seven of Emotions. So the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Voices being the Eight of Swords. So this imagery of being stuck, right? But the more you allow yourself to sit in feelings of stuckness, you are creating, like if I could bend this card, like these are the shadows, let's call them shadows even though it looks like light, of you, this belief. It's what you're creating. It becomes that, like, this is what you think you're experiencing, this is what you focus on, this is what you create. It's like the Chinese finger puzzle, right? This is about surrender. I'm going to pull an alchemy card here because there is a big time attachment. I'm also hearing maybe many attachments that are really being called for release at this time. Anything else in the tarot before? Because there is some mental mastery. There is so much strength, so much wisdom, right? What I feel here with this Queen of Voices, it's like you embodying the warrior that you are. Not the warrior, like, oh no, what about this, what about that? The warrior, like the person that knows that they don't need to worry about a thing. The being that knows that they create everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I feel like you're at the point, and this is just going to be confirmation for someone. You're at the point where, like, you have all the alchemy required. That's why the field is ready for you. That's why the pitcher's already there, and the goalie, I know it's not a goalie in baseball, the catcher, I don't know, baseball's not big in SA, South Africa, where this is currently being recorded, where I'm from. Okay, so also really, really being called again to this light, right? Like your self-doubt, you're not trusting yourself, creates more things for you to doubt. So when in doubt, just don't doubt. Just go, okay, this is how I'm flowing right here, right now. I'm gonna trust. Because then you are already creating the positive outcome that you seek. Okay? So when in doubt, don't doubt. Not when in doubt, don't do. When in doubt, don't doubt. If you feel called to do something, do it. Even if the human has questions, even if the mind is in doubt. Doubt doesn't exist for you. You are beyond it. Okay, anything else here? And we have another knight, the Knight of Swords, coming out with the Judgment card, the Awakening card. This Knight of Swords, this Knight of Voices, it's the truth of you. It's like your Jiminy Cricket, but it's your soul, like the whispers of you. Like you are guiding you at this time. 1444. You are cutting through the bullshit. right? You are the sacred. This is, I feel, with all of these nights, it's really you stepping into this place, the space of being the divine sacred mirror, the reflector that you came here to be. And you don't, once again, they're bringing this through, like, you don't reflect through trying, through effort, through force. You reflect through embodying your light, your divinity, your truth, and what you feel called to do in each and every here and now moment. Okay, let's see what this attachment is, what they're going to give us here. Yeah, I wanted to see, because this one card really felt a bit zingy, like very full of energy. And the sun, this was the card that felt very full of energy. The Drowned King. This came out in the last reading I posted, which was a few days ago. Iosis 9, 1, and then the card that fell to the bottom, Virgin's Milk. Okay, so friends, I'm not going to read from the book with regards to this. If this calls to you, if you're still here and you didn't watch the video that was posted prior to this one and you feel called to, the alchemy is there, but this is very much where, like, you drown, you die, the death of ego. Okay, this is the ego death of all time. There is no ego after this shedding, right? After this melting, there simply is the truth of you. Okay, let's see. Let's start with this very high energy card, the Sun. Before I read from the book, like, the sun, look, there's so many theories about time and space and like what flat earth and what revolves around what, that I cannot even recall what the original story was, but to the best of my knowledge, one of the well accepted understandings of the planets in our system is that everything revolves around the sun. Okay, you are the sun. Everything revolves around you. Everything gravitates towards you. There is no efforting required. If there is efforting, then you are trying to bring in something that is not for you. What I'm seeing here, it's beautiful imagery because it's so neutral, which everything is. I'm seeing like somebody going to choose a puppy, but with the intention that the puppy chooses them. Like, if none of the puppies come to them, then the puppies just aren't for them. Like, there's another puppy that's for them somewhere else. There is still maybe perhaps a moment when none of the puppies come to play with you, or that there is like, okay, like a moment of disappointment. To try and now go and force would be in resistance to the truth of you, would be in resistance, and it would be force, right? It would now be force. So that which is for you is gravitating towards you, friends. You may feel lonely at this time, like you may really feel like the only fucking one, right? The Sun card is the first card in this deck. You may feel like you're so alone in this world, and like you're the only people that you connect to, or maybe people online, and it's beautiful because in your loneliness, but it's not loneliness, it's stillness, it's self-remembrance, right? You cannot remember who you are if you're distracting yourself by playing with non-resonant beings, by having non-resonant conversations, by watching non-resonant TV shows, by reading non-resonant books, right? The remembering happens in the silence, in the stillness, in the quiet, in the loneliness, in the aloneness. Because in the aloneness, one remembers that they are never alone, that they are everything. They are the bliss that they seek. They create the bliss that they seek, right? Okay, that's what came through, friends. So, the sun. Expression, vitality, identity. Just gonna have a sip of water. If you guys don't bless your water, you should do that. Take a really nice thing. What I used to do when I had more time in the mornings was to take 5 minutes and 55 seconds of quiet stillness, breathing with a glass of water, just speaking words if I felt called to, but just and then drinking the water, right? But speaking love into the water, feeling love, like not being busy in the mind. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning practice if it calls to you. Okay, each morning the sun graces the night sky, summoning the dawn. Such is the energy of the sun card. With its arrival is an activation and a presence of vitality, of new beginnings. It is said the sun is linked to the hero archetype and the yang dynamic in Chinese alchemy. Through the sun's radiance, we are inclined to see ourselves fully and establish a sense of who we are. We gain confidence and clearer vision. In its light, we are assured that we too have an important role in the world. Associated with masculine dynamics, the sun card certainly carries a risk, if not kept in check. Remember, the sun never actually sets. It's the earth that pivots away. Assess whether it's time for you to awaken more fully or to turn away and rest. Sunburn humbles us all. Read the poem I Still Rise by Maya Angelou to ponder the birth of suns. Consider how reliable the sun is. It does the same work every day. In what way can you be more consistent in your rhythms? How reliable are you? When the sun card appears in a reading, think of it as a tone setter for the rest of the cards. It lightens the scene, bringing energy and clarity to an entire reading. Okay. Iosis reddening. There we go. Life force, Kundalini blood. The reddening indicates a full expression of the work. Everything is alive. The heart pumps, the cells celebrate, and blood sings its way through the body. What was dormant has now been awakened. What was once considered base is now noble. Aches and pains are integrated. Shadows are acknowledged and interwoven. When the reddening card appears, it signifies health, power, a climaxing of the work, a coalescing of what has been learned. The laboratory is no longer separate from the alchemist or the work, but the three are now one. What occurs in the body is reflected in the world and vice versa. Through the process of reddening, we move out of the head and into the physical body. More specifically, we reach the heart. It is there the alchemist finds the sacred ingredients of power and kindness. Go deeper, read the poem The Red Wheelbarrow by William Carlos Williams to ponder the red of the heart. Reconnect to physical practices that bring you vitality. It's likely you know which ones bring you that rosy glow, bring that rosy glow to your cheeks and sparkle to your eyes. Ooh. Take note of how many cards in the reading contain the color red. You may sense the physical vitality of the current by the presence or absence of the life force of the color. We don't have much red. But I do feel that it is relevant here actually, because this is really the life force, right? The Knight of Materials, Like you are the life force of your reality. As you embody your light, like your life force, your just your frequency, the frequency that you are, that creates, manifests in the physical world. So this is your Kundalini rising. This is you merging with your reality. Like for the separation to, it's disintegrating. It has been for some time. Okay, no, not this one. This one, Virgin's Milk. Okay. Where is it? Sorry, friends. Taking me a while. There we go. Lac Virginis. Innocence, naivety, purity. In alchemy, lac virginis is a mystical substance, supposedly coming from the virgin's breast. The alchemist asks, how can it be? How can milk come from one not carrying a child? That is precisely the nuanced teaching of the lac virginis. When studied as an alchemical concept, it points to a lack of awareness or experience that the alchemist would rather not reveal. Yes, this milky substance is a symbol of purity and innocence, but its shadowed side is naivety and even denial. When virgin's milk appears, discernment and honesty must be applied to the work. Is something being glossed over, rushed, or presented as perfect? There are likely complexities that need to be addressed so the alchemist can gain the maturity to handle what's next. Watch the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin to ponder patience as a remedy. The lac virginis archetype can be seen in child prodigies and those expected to grow up too quickly. It is remedied by admitting exactly where you are at. Humor and humility help. Just one drop of lac virginis can be medicinal. It can help the alchemist act as if. Know your measure. Okay, I'm being told to just shuffle because I feel like there's something else here. 5 of materials, 5 of pentacles. Okay. One more, they said. Ace of Voices, the Ace of Swords. There we go. Yeah. Injustice card. 11. There is this with this 5 of materials. I feel, I'm just going to look at the bottom energy of the deck here, but I feel that for many of you in this collective, you have stepped over, very much confirmed by the 6 of materials being at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so if there's been like a stepping away, many demons have been conquered, many false paradigms like closed off, right, like sealed off, like put to bed. And this, friends, I'm gonna pull a clarifier here. My human requires it before I say, well, as I'm saying what is coming through for you is that with this step, this shift, this magnetic, magical shift, it's bringing all the abundance in for you at this time. Like whatever is in the highest good of the now you, it's coming to find you. It's coming to knock on your door. 9 of materials. Yeah, can you see? It's like the universe, which is you, just divinely compensating you, right? This whole ecosystem, this whole like, I'm seeing the yin yang symbol in my mind's eye. But yes, so this is very much confirmed. Like, I feel that for some of you there is still some reflecting to do. The drowned king, is kind of coming through for you here. This, like, there's still some ego death. And then the Virgin's mark, right? There's a little bit of faking it till you make it, falsity, lying to yourself, like, and it's okay, because it's not so much lying to yourself, it's a bit of what's coming through here. Okay, it's like a little bit of running before you can walk, which there's nothing wrong with doing, right? You all have to sort of go through a phase of trying to run before you can walk, to learn that you need to walk before you can run. Although, who knows, right? But that's the imagery that's coming through here, friends. So we have the Justice, the Ace of Voices, the Justice card here is very much speaking about the shedding of the old self, the shedding of the ego, the shedding of justice as a concept within itself, the shedding of judgment as a concept, as an idea, as in anything, really. Basically the shedding of, it's not so much even just the shedding of you, it's really the shedding of the entire illusion, which is to say that there is anything other than love. You're currently surrounded and by love. You are love, surrounded by love. There is nothing other than love. So anything that tells you otherwise, that is what is melting away at this time. And I'm getting an energy of it's happening very, in my mind I'm hearing it's happening very fucking quickly. This energy of like it's happening quickly is because of these knights, these horses, right? Even with the like the Pegasus, the wings, right? It's happening quickly, it's happening magically and magnetically. These words are like sort of on repeat in the background here. There with the Ace of Voices, the Ace of Swords, new perspectives are coming in. New perspectives are also required at this time. So there is something, I'm going to just pull another card here because I feel like there is something, actually as well, I will pull a clarifier. There is something, a situation, a justice situation, right? Somewhere maybe you feel wrong, somewhere you still like blaming others, or you know, resisting your reality or whatever, something in your reality. I can use a personal example here. Like at one point in time I was a little bit resistant to motherhood, not in resistance to being a mother, but to fully like just, you know, there were many thoughts, there was a lot of mind matrix stuff at a point. And my reality, like I said, your reality is always having a conversation with you. If you're paying attention to it, you will see everything you need to see, everything you need to know with absolute fucking clarity. And it was reflected to me and it wasn't that I wasn't being there for my daughter. I was really, really there, but I wasn't putting her down for every nap, and I wasn't giving her lunch every day. Like there was 1 or 2 days a week that I had help with that. And she reflected to me in ways, and just everything, right? Even my YouTube feed suddenly showed me some information that was like, hey, this is a sign that your kid is not happy with something, right? So there was resistance. My reality reflected this resistance to me, and then I had a choice to make. And when I fully embodied that and I stepped into that and I dropped what was really being called to be dropped, a lot of the beliefs, trying to be perfect, trying to be the perfect mother, realizing that there is no such thing. There's just a here and now mother. And it shifted everything. including the behavior of my kid, and not just because, yes, she's a child, remembering that everything your outside is an absolute reflection of your inside. That includes the beings that are around you. So there is something that is really being called to be seen from a different perspective, in a different light, from a different light, from this space maybe. Page of inspiration, just being called because the colors, right? The Page of Wands. This is you standing in your light, your truth. You're taking inspired action, like taking the necessary steps. Okay, what else wants to come through here? Okay, the Wheel and the Lovers. Perhaps this perspective is one of self. This may be the case for many of you. This may be the way you see yourself, the way you judge yourself. We do have the Awakening card here. We do have the Judgment card here. There are many, with this moon, like there are many moon phases, right? The moon is sometimes very much in shadow. At this time, perhaps you may be experiencing like a time of shadow, or what feels like shadow. And remember, it is only in shadow that anything can be illuminated with light. Darkness shapes light. So whatever you are experiencing at this time, know that it is divinely timed, divinely designed by you, for you, to bring you through this rebirth that you are in the process of experiencing. Okay, friends, I'm being told to end this transmission here. Thank you for you and all that you are. Blessings and love. Thank you for giving me permission to play in your beautiful magical frequency. Bye-bye.